Good morning, guys. February 20th, 2016. About 7:30 a.m. Woke up around 6:45. Had a decent weigh-in this morning, guys, of like 168.9 or something like that. Not the lowest I've ever had, but lower than the last handful of days, which is awesome. Work, and then I have to hit the gym. I'm gonna do that for 2 hours, push and tan, and then I'm visiting an old friend to facilitate helping her move. It's actually my ex-girlfriend's sister, and that's why I'm not doing a 4-hour time block right now. I have to break it down into two-hour time blocks. And a lot of people have mentioned that before, like, Matt, what if I can't work for 4 hours straight on something? Because that's kind of what I do, and everyone's different, guys. Like, I'm self-employed, and the 4-hour time block thing every morning works for me. For other people out there who are trying to, I don't know, turn a hobby into, or turn a passion or hobby into like income, obviously you guys mostly have, 9-to-5 type jobs, and you have to time block differently than the way I time block. Let me show you something I'm doing. So to combat my, tendonitis or my right elbow issue, which has been acting weird, I was like, why haven't I consulted this book yet? Becoming a Supple Leopard. So they've got a section on, tricep, elbow, forearm, wrist pain, and basically the main thing in this book I've done once or twice, which is just voodoo floss band, like destruction on my elbow, just wrapping it really, really tightly with a band. And it's funny because every time I do that, before doing like a bench press or something, really helps, So that's just a reminder to myself that I should and need to be doing more of that voodoo floss banding for more of my triceps extensions before I do them, just to mobilize that tricep and just get it right. And also before and between sets of my pressing. So that's just a note for myself. That's something that I'll be doing, and it's a really good book for that. For example, here's what the voodoo floss banding looks like for you guys. It's this right here. It's wrapping yourself up really tight, practically with a bike tire. Imagine, you guys, like a bike tire. It's a bit similar, although the voodoo floss band is really thin and stretchy, but you can wrap it so tight to the point that it hurts. But and then you basically wrap, what I've done is wrap my elbow up and then just go in different ways, and then go like that and stuff like that. But that's what I'll be doing today to help with my elbow a little bit when I get to the gym. Guys, I just put up an excellent post on Instagram with all my shoulders tips, so I highly recommend you guys check that out. And also make sure you're following me on all the different types of social medias. I post slightly different content in different ways on these different social medias, so pretty long form videos here with you guys. On Snapchat, I keep things pretty brief since it's just 10 seconds. And on Instagram, I can also kind of long form things, but it's written. So follow me on everything, because I'm trying to deliver value to help at least 1 million people this year in a lot of different ways. So.
First push day coming back from my deload week, and I felt incredible. Even though I'm lifting weights that are like baby weights compared to what I would hit in the past. I mean, I'd be hitting this, but with 150s. That's 60 more freaking pounds than this. Making it look almost as easy as this too. But hey man, you get lighter and things happen. You lose a lot of that cushion, and I like the way these 120s felt. So I've been still experiencing that elbow issue, as you guys saw earlier in the video. I did quite a bit of flossing, it's what it's called, before this set. I did a little bit of flossing between other things as well, but especially just before and during the warm-ups of the flat dumbbell press. I even did my first set of flat dumbbell press with the voodoo floss on my elbow. And actually that was a good idea, and at the same time I had some downsides, because as I was doing the flat dumbbell press, it was cutting off like my blood circulation to my right arm, and I was just like, oh gosh, I really hope my arm doesn't give out. because generally you're not supposed to do occlusion without that type of situation in which you're actually using heavy weights, but that's a different subject. After the flat dumbbell press, I did the incline dumbbell press. I think I did three sets of the 100s for 10 or 12 reps. I believe I did straight sets across the board. With this exercise, the most I was up to at one point was 120s, granted after doing flat dumbbell press. So it's about 20 pounds down in terms of the weights that I'm using, but I'm controlling the hell out of it. And pound for pound, this is definitely the strongest I've ever been, ever, at everything, basically. This is the best Matt Ogus ever. Physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. After even in terms of injuries, like I probably have less total like nagging body parts or ligaments and joints right now compared to previous contest preps. This is the strongest, healthiest me so far, which is awesome because I've pretty much gotten to the point where this is now becoming the leanest me ever. So the combination of all those different factors is awesome. Plus I got 8 weeks left. Things are only looking great. Babe, you did a really good job editing.
Thank you, baby.
You did a really why are you rolling it vertically? It's supposed to be horizontal. Anyways, so interestingly, you may be assuming, Matt, why are you doing this? Doesn't this hurt your elbows? This actually felt even better on my elbows than the flat dumbbell press. The flat dumbbell press was probably, in terms of pressing, the hardest on the elbow. The incline felt fine. The other one I just saw, you just saw, felt perfect.
It's been a really long time since I've done occlusion training, and if you could train normally, I don't really recommend doing occlusion training for most people, but I've been having a little bit of that elbow issue, remember guys, especially when I'm doing tricep extension movements, so I'm gonna throw these on, cut off some blood, and do a little bit of occlusion training just for triceps, so let's have some fun. Basic protocol is usually just 30, 15, 15, 15, etc.
So here's the occlusion in 2x. I started off with 30 reps, and then I took a little break, did 15, took a little break, 15, and I think I did 4 or 5 total like not back off sets, but 15 rep sets. And generally, guys, this is a what's the best way to say this? Your muscles grow for several different reasons. The main reason being mechanical tension, another reason being metabolic fatigue, and another reason being muscular damage. And the pathway we're going for here is mostly metabolic fatigue. You can guess it. I'm not really damaging the muscle here with this beta weight, and I'm not really applying tension to the muscle with this beta weight. But with me trapping the waste products in the muscles, I'm really accumulating a lot of metabolites and a lot of just metabolic fatigue. So that's the whole point. That's the whole premise of occlusion training. And you could Google it and you could look up the studies yourself and kind of get an idea of what it is, who it's for, what it's about. It's not to be used in replacement of normal weight training. But as you guys know, my right elbow has been being a bish lately. It's not super bad, but I don't want to make it worse. So that's why I was doing this, as you guys can see.
That was an epic workout, about to do some tanning. This is a different tanning room than the one I normally use, so the lighting's not as good.
Surprise, motherfucker. Tanning room pimping.
Alright guys, so my ex-girlfriend's sister Danielle is now taken care of. Big shout out to my buddies. I'm at a point in my life where outsourcing work instead of doing it myself is extremely beneficial to me, since my time is much better spent on the things that I'm really good at and that bring me the most value, and the world the most value. So that's why I don't mind, paying my friends a few $100s or whatever to help another friend of mine move when I wanted to help, but I know that my time is much, much more valuable in other avenues. So I hope that makes sense. And that's just the mind of where I'm at right now when it comes to certain things. So did that. She's definitely taken covered. The guys are being properly rewarded, compensated, or in other words. I am going to eat my Chipotle now. And I just released yesterday's vlog It's taken care of. It's up. So check it out, guys. Or in fact, if you're watching this now, obviously you checked out yesterday's vlog. Hope you are enjoying that and enjoying all the videos that are coming up. This morning I did my posing update, and man, it was kind of freaky to me, to be completely honest, guys. I was looking at myself just thinking, dude, I might already be the best I ever looked, possibly. And if not right now, then by next week or the week after, definitely. Which is insane to be the best I've ever looked at 6 weeks out or sooner. Freaky. Like, I will be the best I've ever looked definitely at 6 weeks out. It's insane. I can't believe it. And I have so much more time to get even more ready. I am so just stoked on life. Everything's incredible. I'm delivering value. I'm getting so much back. Like, I don't want to jinx myself right now. I do not want to jinx myself. Having, I guess, my dinner around 3:30, 4 o'clock. That's pretty cool for me. I kind of like that, actually. And then later on tonight, maybe around 7 or 8, I go to the gym, do my cardio. It takes about 30, 35 minutes to do 500 calories. And then I come back and have my final meal, my Greek yogurt meal. So that's kind of how the food plays down today. Look how much of food, look how much it's huge. This is like a 1.4 or 1.5 Chipotle burrito bowl. And then over here is my salad with a lot of salad in there too. It's just tons and tons of micronutrients, lots of food bulk. Gets me full, keeps me full until like damn near the end of the day. Like, I'm at the gym and I feel good, I'm not hungry once I get all this food in my stomach. And I watch maybe 30 minutes or an hour of one of my favorite shows. So when Megan's here, we watch Transparent, really good show. When she's not here, I watch The Man in the High Castle. Also a very good show.
Yo, so I just got a huge flippable whiteboard, and I could really use your help. So book the soonest flight possible, because I'm dealing with shit that like comes with wrenches and hella bits and parts and pieces.
All right, guys, capping off the macros. It's about 9:30 p.m. 500 grams of Dannon Light and Fit Vanilla Double Protein Greek Yogurt, 5 grams of almonds, two brownies, the Fiber One brownies. Reading a little bit of my book. If you're looking for an audiobook, Ogusbook.com. This is Ramit Sethi's I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Finishing it up. I'm like on chapter 8 right now. Well, I'm actually not finishing up yet. I'm about a little more than 1/2 the way through. Really enjoying this book.